Today, we're diving deep into the top 10 mistakes I see ESL students making in their writing. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just love learning, this video is for you. Let's get started. Okay, let's kick things off with a mistake that can make or break your writing, alright? Imagine this. You've got this killer essay idea, you're feeling confident, but then bam! You lose marks because you didn't fully answer the question. Ouch, right? It's more common than you think. So, how do you avoid this? First off, my biggest tip is to dissect the prompt. Seriously, grab your metaphorical scalpel and break it down. Identify those keywords, those instructional words like analyze, compare, discuss. These are your signposts guiding you on what to focus on. And here's a little trick I used to use back in the day. Once you've written your response, reread the prompt and ask yourself, did I answer every single part of the question? If the answer is even a slight hesitation, go back and refine, my friend. Trust me, a little extra time double-checking can make all the difference to your score. Remember, clarity is key in good writing, and that means being 100% crystal clear on what's being asked of you. So, channel your inner detective, break down that prompt, and give them an answer that leaves no room for doubt. Alright, next up, let's talk about redundancy. This is a sneaky one because it can creep up on you, even in your first language. Essentially, redundancy is all about using unnecessary words or phrases that don't add any value to your writing. Think of it like this. You wouldn't wear two jackets that look exactly the same, right? So, how do you fight the redundancy monster? Well, first you need to be able to spot it. Look out for phrases like completely finished, unexpected surprise, refer back, or even in the event that. See what I mean? They're just repeating themselves. Once you've identified these sneaky culprits, it's time to whip out your editing wand and make them disappear. For example, instead of saying in the event that, just say if. See? Much more concise and impactful. Remember, every word you write should earn its place on the page. So, be concise and watch your writing become sharper and more sophisticated. Okay, grammar time. And today, we're tackling a big one-subject-verb agreement. This is one of those fundamental grammar rules that can really trip you up if you're not careful. The basic idea is simple. Singular subjects take singular verbs, and plural subjects take plural verbs. Easy, right? Well, hold your horses because English grammar loves to throw curveballs. Things get a little tricky with collective nouns like family or team. Are they singular or plural? Well, it depends on whether you're referring to the group as a whole or the individual members within the group. And then there are those pesky indefinite pronouns like anyone, somebody, everyone. They sound plural, but guess what? They're actually singular. Sneaky, right? But don't worry, I've got your back. My top tip here is to pay close attention to the subject of your sentence and make sure the verb agrees with it in number. When in doubt, don't be afraid to consult a grammar resource or two. Remember, mastering subject-verb agreement will instantly make your writing more polished and grammatically sound. Let's talk about style. And no, I don't mean what you're wearing, though I'm sure you look fabulous. I'm talking about writing style. Just like you wouldn't wear a ball gown to the beach, you wouldn't use slang or informal language in an academic essay, right? See, different writing situations call for different styles. An email to a friend, keep it casual. A cover letter for a job application, time to bring out your best formal language. The key is to be aware of your audience and the purpose of your writing. Ask yourself, what kind of impression do I want to make? Am I writing to inform, persuade, or entertain? Once you've got a handle on that, you can adjust your tone, vocabulary, and even your grammar to fit the occasion. Remember, the right style will make your writing more effective, engaging, and well, just more you. Okay, you can have the most brilliant ideas in the world, but if your essay is poorly structured, it's like a house of cards in a hurricane. It's gonna fall apart. So, let's talk about essay structure, the backbone of any good piece of academic writing. Think of it like a delicious burger. You've got your top bun, which is your introduction, setting the scene and presenting your main argument or thesis statement. Then you've got the juicy patty, your body paragraphs, each exploring a different aspect of your argument with evidence and examples. And finally, you've got the bottom bun, your conclusion, summarizing your main points and leaving the reader with something to chew on. Now, within each body paragraph, stick to a clear structure too. Start with a topic sentence, provide supporting evidence, and then link it back to your main argument. This might sound a little rigid at first, but trust me, A solid essay structure will not only make your writing clearer and more organized, but it'll also make the writing process so much smoother for you. Ever start telling a story and then go off on a million tangents? Yeah, we've all been there. But in writing, especially in essays, those tangents can lead you down a dangerous path of losing your reader and ultimately losing marks. We call those tangents digressions. Now, I get it, sometimes you stumble upon an interesting idea that's kind of related to your topic, and you're tempted to explore it. But here's the thing, every sentence, every paragraph should contribute to your main argument. If it doesn't directly support your thesis, it's gotta go. So, how do you stay on track? Well, before you even start writing, create an outline. Having a roadmap will help you stay focused and prevent you from veering off course, and during the editing process, be ruthless. If a sentence or paragraph isn't adding to your argument, cut it. Remember, concise and focused writing is powerful writing. Let's talk about those tiny words that can cause big headaches, articles. You know them, a, n, and the. They seem simple enough, but they're a common trip-up for English learners. So, when do you use a or an? Well, they're indefinite articles, meaning they refer to any member of a group. Use a before words that start with a consonant sound, and in before words that start with a vowel sound. For example, a cat or an apple. The, on the other hand, is a definite article. It's used when you're referring to something specific that's already been mentioned or is understood. For example, the cat sat on the mat. We know which cat and which mat we're talking about. And then there are times when you don't need an article at all, especially when talking about things in general. For example, I like cats, or water is essential for life. Mastering articles takes time and practice, but with a little effort, you'll be using them like a pro in no time. Okay, let's be real, punctuation matters. It's like the traffic lights of the written world, guiding the reader and making sure your meaning is crystal clear. And let's be honest, we've all fallen victim to the dreaded comma splice or the misplaced apostrophe at some point. One of the most common punctuation pitfalls is the comma. It's a versatile little mark, but it's often overused or misused. Remember, commas are there to create pauses and separate ideas within a sentence. Use them after introductory phrases in lists and to separate clauses in a compound sentence. Another common mistake is confusing it shows possession and it's is short for it is. Easy peasy. And let's not forget about apostrophes. They're used to show possession and to form contractions. Just remember, practice makes perfect. Alright, let's talk about flow. No, not the kind you feel when you're dancing, though I fully support that too. I'm talking about the flow of your writing. How do you make your ideas transition smoothly from one to the next? That's where transition words come in. Think of transition words like bridges, connecting different parts of your writing and guiding the reader along. They can add emphasis, show contrast, illustrate a sequence, and so much more. Some of my favorites include, however, in addition, meanwhile, and consequently. But here's the thing. Don't just throw transition words in randomly. Make sure they make sense in the context of your sentence and paragraph. The right transition word will not only improve the flow of your writing, but also strengthen your arguments and make your writing more sophisticated. It's all about using them strategically. Okay, we're at the final boss level of writing: coherence and cohesion. These two elements are essential for creating a piece of writing that is not only grammatically correct, but also clear, logical, and easy to follow. Coherence refers to the overall clarity and unity of your writing. It's about making sure your ideas are logically connected, and that your writing flows smoothly from one point to the next. Cohesion, on the other hand, is about the specific linguistic features you use to create that flow, like transition words, pronouns, and synonyms. So, how do you achieve coherence and cohesion? Well, start by making sure your ideas are well organized. Use topic sentences to introduce the main idea of each paragraph, and make sure your supporting sentences all relate back to that main idea. Use transition words to signal shifts in topic or direction, and don't be afraid to repeat key words or phrases to create a sense of unity. Remember, coherence and cohesion are all about creating a seamless reading experience for your audience. That's it for today, guys. We've covered a lot, but trust me, mastering these common ESL writing mistakes will take your writing to the next level. Remember, becoming a confident writer takes time and practice. So be patient with yourself, keep learning, and don't be afraid to experiment and make mistakes along the way. That's how we learn and grow, right? Now, I'm super curious. Which of these mistakes do you struggle with the most? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, while you're there, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome English learning content. Until next time, happy writing!